Well, welcome back to the fourth round of the Historic Road Racing Club season here at Dundrod. Unfortunately, our sincerest apologies. We're just having some slight technical difficulties at the moment, but Scotty Canton, what an absolute animal. No one's been able to challenge him, not even Jake from GP Laps himself. It has been an enthralling display over the best part of 1 3/4 hours. There have been relative polls that have been going out on Aidan's stream, including whether we're going to have less than 15 cars. And I've just been informed that Oskari Kantonen has just put in a 4-minute 12.628 seconds. That is ridiculously quick, isn't it, Aidan?
It's insane what he's been able to do, outperforming a car that's got a bigger engine, more power, a driver who is considered to be the classic car sim racer, as it were. So you can't really knock Oskari Kantonen's performance this afternoon. It's just been absolutely incredible.
And it puts him on course for bringing, I think, what myself and Aidan were discussing a little bit earlier on, that it will be the first time this season that a 2-litre Maserati A6 GCS will have taken an overall victory. Especially in our production chat on the Discord, that Oskari was a dark horse, and he's definitely proved that in spades.
Yeah, we were talking before the stream. Unfortunately, had its little bit of a wobble. Just to put it into perspective, how good Oskari has been. I mean, he's clearly sandbagged in pre-qualifying, but he did a 4:15.2 versus Jake's 4:13.4, which was kind of what we were expecting a 5-litre class to be the fastest. However, the next 2-litre car was Simon Freilich, a 4:20.1, so he had 5 seconds. Nearest makes no difference over the next guy, and 10 seconds over Salami, who did a 4:25.3. So the guy's been absolutely incredible, and we're actually on board with Oskari Kantonen right now.
Yeah, running in the number 332. Jake was the fastest in pre-qualifying with the 4-minute 13.4. He actually bettered that in qualifying, and you can just see by this onboard as the meme strikes, it rears its ugly head again, yellow in sector 1, folks, with 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go. I think Aidan, you just pointed this out. Oskari's been so dominant, the paint is stripped off the car.
Yeah, I think what's happened is that it's not downloaded the skins. We've had to restart everything so quickly, so ignore it. Just imagine the car is white, and we've just inverted the colours, and it's all that stuff. So yeah, we'll just have to live with it and deal with it. We can actually see the end of the race. We've got 8 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock. Kantonen enjoying a 36-second lead over GP Laps. Bear in mind, when Oskari left the pit lane after his stop, that was a 30-second lead. So he's been able to hold the gap, hold everything, and he's been, as Ian Munro, who's basically doing a bit of spotting for us in Discord chat, in our production chat, he's just been so smooth and consistent, which is how these cars have to be driven. I know that a lot of people have this. He says he's been smooth. He's showing off being. Doing a bit of Hrrc Kankonen stuff around that hairpin once again, but there's the belief that these cars four-wheel drifted through every single corner, and that they were borderline undrivable, and that you just give a tap of the throttle and the rear wheels are lighting up, and it did like 300 miles an hour in less than 3 seconds, and all that stuff. But really, they were a bit slidey. I think that the difficulty of these cars, and when people build these mods, they think they have to be borderline undrivable, so that it's real talent, real driver talent, stuff like that. But at the same time, you still need to forget everything you've ever learned driving any other racing car in R-Factor 2, iRacing, Assetto Corsa. I mean, I drive mainly open wheelers, F4s. I'm doing that at the minute. I cannot drive these cars because I have to relearn everything about them. A bit like driving rally as well. You have to relearn everything you ever know about driving. It's fun, frustrating, and mad, all in equal measures.
Yeah, and Oskari Kantonen is on course to lap his way up to Simmad Paul, in the second highest place of the Aston Martins in the 3-litre class. 3-litre class still being led by the Gordini T24S 202 of Martin Bayer, who is, and, well, we were waiting for that to happen. You were saying about that earlier, Aidan, that we were going to have all three classes represented on the podium. So we have a 2-litre class car leading overall ahead of a 5-litre and a 3-litre, rounding out the top three. But the respective leaders in the class are Oskar Kantonen, Jake from GP Laps in second, and Martin Bayer rounding out the top three. Simon Frelick still second in the 2-litre class, but running fourth overall ahead of Scooby, which looks to be the lone surviving Ferrari. I think it's the 375mm, the Mille Miglia edition that Scooby is currently running in at the moment, and the 375 plus. Simon Frelick, Rupi Korkipa. Oh, Scooby, as I say that, he's just put it on the deck.
You might be able to flip that over again, but we'll see what happens. But commentators curse the life out of him. That is it driving in a straight line? As we see another person that's been hit each other. That's real deal God, I think, that was in
it is. All of that, and then 374 was there too.
I think that car is driving okay. Well, it's a bit slidey, but I think it should be all right with 5 minutes to go. Got 2 laps remaining, pretty much. Scooby about to get unlapped, I think, by Real Deal God here. Hopefully they don't do anything silly. As Real Deal God goes himself in the wall. And I don't know what is. Oh, hello.
Everything's
I don't know what Real Deal God was trying to achieve by doing that, but
that was Simon Frelick.
And he's in the same place he was before.
Oh no! PTSD,
not again.
Real Deal God here. He's beached it. Bloody hell! And the clutch is going to be, well, it's more than second hand. I think it's fourth hand.
He can reverse off that.
Unfortunately, he hasn't got Benjamin McCarthy.
If you're just joining us, this isn't the first time this has happened to him. Oh my God.
What is it? He's been beached. He's ended up in a field. He's spun on the pit straights. What's next? Well, there's 3 minutes and 55 seconds still to go. Oh dearie me! Real Deal God is going to say, like, what is going on? Nikolai Bogotarev still running in the 3-litre class, currently sitting 5th in the class, and he's got Beninka just up ahead. Gap is 1.8 seconds, so things are getting a little bit closer between these two cars. So between the Aston Martin and the Gordini of Beninka, Eduardo Beninka. And just looking at the pre-qualifying times, Bogotarev actually was qualified a little bit lower, and Real Deal God still firmly beached. Ouch.
He's getting there though. You have to watch himself overheating that engine, but as I think that was Jake that's just gone past him. Beninka overcooks it on the exit of the hairpin.
I mean, you were definitely right in what you were saying about these cars being difficult to drive. You know, try driving them for the length of time these drivers that are still out on track, even though Real Deal God, I think we're down to, what, 18 runners and riders, with 2 minutes and 20 still to go. That yellow Insector one, that meme's popping up again. But that plenty of times in the opening half hour, 45 minutes of the race, but
I think,
Beninka just making a bit of a take.
I think Real Deal God's starting to think a bit like John McClane at the end of Die Hard 2, where he says, how does the same thing happen to the same guy twice?
Lightning, sir. Lightning.
That car's smoking. I think he's going to have to give that one up. That engine's going to go pop in a minute.
Yeah, forget the smoke from the chimneys from some of the houses we saw earlier on the track pan. That one is definitely looked like it's going to expire. That coolant's probably bubbling into overdrive. But I would imagine now, with a minute and 39, Oskari Kantonen is a minute and 30 away from taking the checkered and taking the win for round 4.
It's thoroughly deserved as well because he's already taken pole. He's gone faster in the race than he did in qualifying, and there's not much else to say really. He got back into the lead. Jake's had a couple of issues, but Oskari hasn't had any. So it's all been him, and he's done all right.
Right, folks. For those we did mention about this earlier on, but Oskari Kantonen. I mean, 4 minutes 12.628. He was 1.5. He's been 1.5 seconds quick. Well, that was half a second quicker, I think, than his qualifying lap time. He did a 4 minute 13.1. And there is your race leader going up the hill for probably what's going to be the last time. Still, that meme is rearing its ugly head again, Aidan.
I think it's all for the same guy. Yep, he's still there.
He's still there.
I don't think that engine's running anymore.
He's blown it sky high.
I think he's blown a rod. Yep, that's dead. And that is time expired. This is final lap.
That'll not only put him a little bit further up in the sideways down through the left hand and going towards. No, do not stack it now, Oskari. Give us a little bit of Henri Toivonen. That was actually a bit more. Yeah, he did like Han from Tokyo Drift. Clutch kick it. There you go. Happy days.
Through the final few corners now. There's Real Deal God.
Hello.
Still smoking away at the side of the road, unfortunately. Oh, so close to the end. But then lightning struck twice for him. Past the horses in the fields. Should be only a couple more corners left. This is the final corner. And Oskari Kantonen is going to be the first non-5 litre winner in the Hrrc this season. Pole, honks the horn, and he's taken the win from GP Laps, who we'll expect to cross the line in a bit. And then 114 seconds behind Jake is Martin Bayer. So we will have all 3 classes on the podium as well for the first time this season. Probably not in the order we'd expect. You'd expect 5, 3, 2, but it's 2, 5, 3, which is even more insane to think about. But to see the spread of the classes this time round compared to all the others where it was 5, 3, 2. But Jake takes second place. He'll be happy with that. Some extra points on the board because of the absence of people like Enzo Fazzi and Jene Simoncic. Martin Bayer need to wait a little bit longer for him to cross the line, but hopefully he'll cross the line. I hope I haven't cursed him. I think he's on the way down towards the hairpin right now. Probably not. I actually don't know where he is on track, but we will just wait for him. Actually, I think he's just come through Wheeler's Corner, so he's on his way down towards sort of the final portion of the lap. He's got a tightish left-hander here, and then it's the hairpin, so he's across at the side of the road. So I'm assuming somebody had an unfortunate end there at some point. And yeah, down towards the hairpin. And then probably about another 20 seconds or so, and he'll be across the line to take third, and should be able to get some of the finishers in for an interview as he pulls the handbrake and begins the final run towards the finish line here. Simad Paul has decided to pit on the final lap. Probably because he's crossed the line already, being a lap down off the leaders. Cantonen was bearing down on 7th. He could have probably lapped 7th. But he lapped up to Sinmad Paul there in 8th. So not only is he in the slowest class car in the field, he's lapped up to 8th, which is also incredible to see.
Just simply ridiculous. If you want to add more superlatives to that, I think we probably run out of them if we tried listing them off. Like, little cheek of the horn as Martin Bayer comes out of the final corner and picks up the victory in the 3-litre class, rounds out the overall podium. What a great result for the German driver in the Gordini.
You know a driver's happy in R-Factor 2 when he honks the horn coming across the line. And I love that that car is still there. Only a couple of corners from the end of the race. How many people have we finished with? Well, we were down to 18 I suppose, at one point, weren't we?
Yeah.
19. Scooby crosses the line. Kakippa also crosses the line. Almost everybody, isn't it? Simon Freilich, 6th place. Oh, he's listing outwards. Oh, managed to keep that under control. Don't want to stack it right at the end. As he now comes through the final corner. And that will be 6th place for Simon Freilich in his first appearance in this championship. I think we're pretty much complete now. Oh, okay, we've only got Morea to come across the line, and then we can start to wrap things up here. A couple of corners left for Morea here. Mr. Belgian brings his Jag through. This right-hander being the final corner of his race. 7th in class for... sorry, 7th overall for Morea, I should say. And he is done. So for your first appearance in the HRRC, Alex, how was that for you to commentate on today?
You know what? It's nice to have a little bit of a change of pace, Aidan, I'll be completely honest with you. And to see these period vehicles in action in a circuit that was in use back in the mid-1950s, it's a joy to behold, mate. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really have.
It's been fantastic to watch, and sometimes you forget that you're watching, or supposed to be commentating on it, and you're just watching these guys drive these cars. How are you doing that? How are you so quick? But to see the interest for this series that Jake's brought, because usually you don't see historic leagues or anything like that. It's always GT3s at Spa, it's GT3s at Monza, it's GT3s on the Nordschleife, which is just, it's been done to death. You know, I know yourself, Alex, you've done touring cars, you've done all sorts, and where does this sit compared to commentating on touring cars and karting and GT3s and stuff?
I think it goes quite high. I mean, karting is what what a lot of people know me for, but having now been involved in the sim racing community for 2.5 years since the pandemic sort of changed my trajectory in terms of commentary, it really ranks up there highly. I mean, I have to give credit to Jake and Jake from GP Laps for putting this kind of series together, and I'm very much sure that if this comes through, it's really going to be the start of something beautiful, I think.
I hope he does do another series of this. He said it was going to be like a one and done, but we need to see where the interest goes. It may be backed by popular demand, but we actually do have our race winner, Oskari Kantonen. Oskari, I think you need to slow down a bit, mate, because that was a bit too dominant for you.
Well, yeah, I didn't know Jake would have such long fuel stops. I guess that's why he was so far behind.
How was it for you to put the slowest class car on pole? What were you able to do? Because we were thinking you were able to just chuck the car in a little bit harder than everybody else, given that you're lighter and things like that. Was it Was it kind of that, or is it just you being able to do that kind of thing, whereas maybe some of the other drivers couldn't?
I mean, yeah, it's absolutely the lightness. It's the most important thing. But I gotta say, I'm not much for self-praise, but I think that's the best lap I've ever driven. Even including, I used to do a lot of league racing, but I don't think I ever did a lap like that.
Well, you put half a second on Jake's pre-qualifying time. That, and we watched it happen. It was just like, how? And things like that. But you are actually the first non-5 litre car to win a race here. How do you think that's going to translate for somewhere like Targa Florio next time out, where that kind of thing might play into your hands again?
Yeah, I thought Targa would be the easiest place to take the overall win, but because it's all corners. Here there are some straights, but I thought Targa would be easiest. But then again, it's difficult to learn, so could be anyone.
Have you done any laps at Targa yet, or are you just going to take each bridge when you get to it?
Yeah, I've done some laps already, and I've been driving it a lot ever since it came out for Factor 1. So, but I'm not an expert on it, but I think I'll be all right.
Ah, cool. So, what's next for you in terms of sim racing? You only doing this, or are you doing other stuff?
Well, this works really well for me because I only have to come in once a month, and it's on the weekend because I have other things to do as well. Unfortunately, that's why I quit previously. That's
fine, but it's great to see you on the grid, and it's great to see you take it to the faster class. And congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
No worries. So fantastic. Who else? Oh, we've got Jake. We've got to bring Jake in because we need to see what happened there. With I think he had some damage and some problems with his button box and that kind of thing. So Alex, I'll let you interview Jake in your own little style. Because
okie dokie. Jake. Firstly, Oscari had everyone's number in that race, but you had a couple of dramas of your own, button box problems, and then the pace of his car was mighty through the twisty stuff here at Dundrod, wasn't it?
Oh man, congrats to Oscari. He definitely deserves that one, I think. But yeah, I'm happy you, I guess, heard about the button box thing. I just couldn't request a pit stop or anything suddenly, so it threw me off a bit. I had a big bottle in the first stop, and I don't know if that's what cost me a chance at the race, because Oscari was just quicker than me. But yeah, it was a good run. I mean, the first stint there, that I don't know if you all saw that crazy accident with Liam and Jackson. I'm sure you did.
Yes, we did.
That really changed stuff up. I think the race would have been very different had that not happened.
Yeah, I mean, to see Jackson and Liam coming together, Liam spinning in front of him, Jackson ended up on the deck, 3 wheels on the wagon. It could have been a completely different, as you said, race for actually the 5 litre class victory. But to come away, Oscari was head and shoulders above everybody, but still to have your dramas, to come home second here at Dundrod. I mean, it was great to see the Jag in action, the lovely rumble of that 5 litre.
For the last couple of rounds of the season, so having won today effectively in the 5 litre class will set me up as good as I can be. We've got drop races and everything for the final 2, and I think the Jag is going to be a dog around the Targa Florio. So getting points here today was definitely a good thing.
Brilliant. Well, Jake, well done today, despite having to battle through those dramas, and good luck at Targa Florio.
Thank you all. Yeah, thanks.
That was good to hear there from Jake Aiden. But I think we're going to bring in our 3 litre class winner. So shall I hand this one over to you, to Martin Bayer?
Yeah, we can do. Wait for him to enter the chat. Martin, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm completely exhausted, but yeah, it was an awesome race.
Did you have anybody crash in front of you and sort of make you go, or was it plain sailing for you?
Well, first off, I took the wrong turn on the top of the hill in the first lap. I missed my braking point and ended up 20th or something like that, so I really had to push. And then many people crashed out. I don't know what happened to Erwan Bourgier. He should have had the pace to win it, or the class, and also end up in third. Same for Kaspar Stolze. I just reeled him in, was 10-15 seconds away, and then he crashed. So I was lucky in the end to earn the victory, I think, to inherit the victory in the 3-liter class. And also Shimon in the 2-liter class crashed and had damage, and that's why I ended up third and not fourth. And Shimon, I don't know where he ended up, maybe sixth.
Yeah, so you had all your problems at the start, and then
yes,
just went clean for the rest of it. Have you done any laps of Targa Florio yet to get an idea of how that's going to work out for you?
3 or 4 laps. I don't have any practice, so. But I have my 2 drop rounds already, with 1 disconnect and 1 crash. So I need to score there.
Yeah, that's the one you would want to drop, isn't it? But you can't really now, so that's kind of
it's
going to work against you. But how do you think the classes are going to work together at that one? Because we saw obviously the 2-liter won this one. You came third overall, 5-liter in the middle. Do you think that it's going to be the same story at Targa Florio, or do you think it's going to be back to normal in terms of classes beating each other?
So at Targa, definitely 2-liter. Oskari, if he's showing up, then he will win. I don't know about 3-liter versus 5-liter. It could be closer there because it's more low-speed corners. But in general, the 3-liter is the slowest of the 3. Yeah.
Really? Oh, that'll be interesting to see. So what's next for you in terms of? Are you doing any other sim racing apart from this, or are you just committing to this and putting all your time and energy into that?
I'm just doing this. So.
Don't blame you.
It's enough, but I prepare well for that.
Yeah, so I suppose with the cars you drive, you can't really go back and forth between them as much as you would normally. But congratulations on your third overall, your winning class, and hopefully that puts you in good stead for Targa and giving you the cushions you need to take some good positions in your class. So thank you for racing.
Thank you very much. Thank you for hosting, and
right,
it was a great experience.
Yeah, we'll see you at Targa. So that's pretty much it for us today. We've had a great race. We've had some great entertainment. I'm sure everybody that stuck around for the whole thing is happy that they got to a decent bit of entertainment this afternoon. So, thank you to Alex as well for joining in. It's been great to have you along and to have someone quite known in the eSport world commentating on this. So, until the next round at the Targa Florio, I've been Aidan Millward. He's been Alex Goldschmidt, and we'll see you for then. So stay tuned to the Aidan Millward channel, Super Race channel, to Jake's channel, to GP Laps Discord if you want to join that to get in on this if you want to race. And we'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.